In the serene landscapes of Norway, a woman found herself sharing her new home with an unexpected housemate. Filled with excitement, she had rented a quaint house, dreaming of a peaceful life. But soon her dreamlike existence began to shatter. Mysterious noises echoed through the rooms. Inexplicable cold spots appeared, and the house seemed to breathe with an unseen presence. The woman, initially dismissing these oddities as quirks of an old house, started feeling an unsettling chill creep into her soul. The soft whispers in the night grew louder, the constant feeling of being watched more oppressive. It felt as if the walls of the house were closing in on her, hiding secrets that were not meant to be unearthed. The house was no longer just an old building. It had taken on a life of its own. As days turned into nights, the eerie occurrences escalated, and the woman found herself living in a constant state of fear. Between the haunting hours of 3 and 4 a.m., the house came alive with a presence that couldn't be ignored. It was during these hours that the woman found herself in the grip of nightmares, each more terrifying than the last. She would wake with a start, heart pounding, only to hear the ominous sound of footsteps outside her room. The fear was so overwhelming, so paralyzing, she could do nothing but lie still, waiting for the dread-filled hours to pass. The spirit wasn't content to merely haunt her dreams. It began to appear in the photographs taken within the apartment, blending in with the living. A chilling reminder that they were not alone, that the ghost was always watching, always present. It was as though the spirit was desperate to make its presence known, to assert its claim over the space it once called home. The mysterious entity wasn't content with just making its presence felt. It began to interfere with her daily life. The ghostly tenant of the house began toying with the woman's sanity, moving objects around and meddling with the electronics. It was as if the house was alive, playing a cruel game of hide-and-seek with her belongings. One moment, her favorite book would be on the shelf. The next, it would be on the kitchen counter, miles from its original spot. And then there was the television. It would turn on and off at will, channels changing rapidly, volume rising and falling without a touch. The static screen seemed to become a canvas for the specter, a medium to express its eerie presence. All this was accompanied by an unsettling symphony of noises. They echoed from the second floor, a cacophony of unexplainable sounds that chilled her to the bone. The noises seemed to narrate a tale of a restless soul refusing to leave the world of the living. The woman, once intrigued by her new home, now felt trapped in a terrifying nightmare. Living in constant fear, the woman made the harrowing decision to abandon her haunted home. The once charming abode had morphed into a house of horrors, and her initial excitement had long since faded, replaced by a chilling dread that clung to her like a second skin. Every creak of the floorboards, every unexpected gust of wind, every shadow cast by the moonlight served as a grim reminder of her spectral housemate. Sleep became a luxury she could scarcely afford, her dreams invaded by the haunting presence that lurked within her home. It was clear that cohabitation with the ghost was not an option. Her home had become a battlefield. The line between the living and the dead blurred. The decision was made. She would find a new place to live, far away from the eerie specter that had turned her life into a living nightmare. In the end, the woman escaped the haunted house, leaving the spirit to its solitary existence, forever trapped between the realms of the living and the dead.